Previously, in the heart of Saint-Domingue, a revolution was born. From the brutality of slavery rose a leader unlike any the world had seen, Toussaint Louverture. A former slave turned master strategist, he shattered empires, outwitted generals, and ignited a fight for freedom. But betrayal came from within. Captured by the French, Toussaint was exiled to die in a cold prison cell, far from the land he fought to liberate. Yet the revolution did not die with him. Before he was a leader, before he was feared, he was a slave. Jean-Jacques Dessalines was born in bondage, his back marked by the whip, his spirit forged in fire. But from the depths of suffering rose a warrior. Under Toussaint Louverture, he became a master of battle, fierce, relentless, loyal. While Toussaint negotiated and strategized, Dessalines sharpened his blade. He became the hammer behind the revolution. They fought side by side, crushing the Spanish, repelling the British, striking down every force that dared to enslave them again. And when France declared slavery abolished, Dessalines marched under their banner, believing the war was won. But empires lie, and in the shadows, a betrayal was brewing. Toussaint was gone, but the revolution did not die. It evolved. In his absence, Dessalines emerged not as a diplomat, but as a weapon. He didn't just fight, he punished. Every plantation burned, every French outpost dismantled brick by brick. He rallied the enslaved and the free, the oppressed, and even the privileged gens de couleur. All now united under one cause, freedom or nothing. The French returned with dreams of restoring slavery. Dessalines answered with fire. His war was not gentle. It was scorched earth, merciless and terrifying. And it was working. And far across the battlefield, whispers began among the enemy ranks. Some of Napoleon's own soldiers, foreign and disillusioned, were starting to question whose side they were really on. Before Toussaint's capture, he and Dessalines stood together at the Battle of Vertières, facing overwhelming odds. 1,300 rebels against 18,000 French troops. Refusing to surrender, Dessalines threatened to blow the powder stores. The siege dragged on for 20 days. With supplies low and pressure mounting, they broke the French blockade and escaped into the Cahos Mountains, keeping their army and their revolution alive. Toussaint was gone, but the fire he lit still burned. At Vertières in November 1803, Dessalines struck the final blow. The next day, Rochambeau surrendered. By week's end, the French were gone. Victory came not through diplomacy, but through destruction. The French Empire was broken on the backs of Haitians who refused to kneel. Dessalines declared independence in 1804, calling the land Haiti, reviving the Taino name Ayiti. From the ashes of slavery rose the first free black republic. Drums echoed through the highlands as the flag of Haiti rose, born of fire and the unbreakable will of the oppressed. Among them stood the Polish Legion, foreign soldiers who abandoned empire to fight for freedom beside the enslaved. Brotherhood forged not by nation, but by struggle. But liberation was not without reckoning. Scarred by the chains of slavery, Dessalines believed freedom must be sealed in flame. He ordered the purge of the remaining French colonists, an act of vengeance and a warning. A brutal birthright claimed in blood, so the world would never forget. Haiti was free, but peace would not come easy. He crowned himself Emperor Jacques I. For some, it was the final triumph of the revolution. For others, it felt like a betrayal. The fire that had broken chains now forged a crown, and not all were ready to bow before it. His former allies, Henri Christophe and Alexandre Sabès-Pétion, plotted his fall. And in 1806, Dessalines was ambushed, assassinated, and left dismembered in the streets of the nation he freed. With Dessalines gone, Haiti split in two. Henri Christophe ruled the north, declaring himself King Henri I in 1811. In the south, Pétion led a republic, claiming to uphold liberty. Two Haitis, born from one revolution. Pétion defied empire, backed Bolivia's President Bolivar, and stood for the poor, offering Haiti's hand to freedom fighters abroad, with one condition: abolish slavery wherever you win. With only moonlight to guide them, Haiti's gift to the world sailed into darkness, carrying the spark of freedom across the sea. Up north, King Henry built his court, proclaimed decrees, and allied with the British to legitimize his rule. citadels, courts, and ceremony. Sans Souci Palace is where King Henri built his seat of power, his answer to Europe's castles. It stood as proof that a black empire had risen from the ashes of bondage. Haitian died in 1818 and King Henri died by his own hand in 1820 after a stroke. Haiti reunited, but the scars remained. Years later, Faustin Soulouque claimed the title of emperor, chasing Dessalines' legacy, but he ruled with a heavy hand and was overthrown. Still, Haiti remained divided. Dessalines died to build a free black nation, but the world crushed that dream. Napoleon, humiliated by Haiti's uprising, dumped his failed empire onto America, selling the Louisiana Territory in defeat. France, bitter and greedy, demanded blood money, forcing Haitians to pay their former enslavers for their own freedom. The United States, terrified of black revolt, refused to recognize Haiti. Then came the boots and bayonets. U.S. troops invaded, looted Haiti's gold reserves, and held the nation under occupation for 20 years. Foreign powers didn't just turn their backs, they tightened a noose around Haiti's neck. They stole its wealth, sabotaged its future, and kept it in economic chains long after the physical ones were broken. And in that chaos, new tyrants rose, corrupt politicians, ruthless dictators, and in time monsters like Duvalier and his son, feeding off the suffering of a people who had already paid the highest price for freedom. They built a caste system of skin and status. Ancestry determined your worth. What are you mixed with? But the people's spirit ran deeper, and when they rose, nothing could hold them back. They broke chains, claimed the soil, faced the world, and won. But freedom came at a price: silence, sabotage, stolen dreams. Still, the flame never died. It lives in every drum, every flag, every child who sees Haiti beyond its scars. This was more than a revolution. It was a beginning. The first free black nation, born in fire, buried in lies. From Toussaint to Dessalines, from fire to freedom, their dream lives on. Not in monuments, but in every Haitian who knows freedom was only the beginning.